The 2024 academic calendar for public tertiary institutions may face some disruptions due to a potential withdrawal of services by unions of the senior staff from public universities across the country. This action is prompted by the government's failure to settle outstanding Tier 2 pension contributions and alleged violations of the labor laws. The unions have signaled actually a strong intention to go on strike in the coming weeks if their concerns are not addressed. Samuel Mbura brings us the details on the agitations of the association. Samuel, thank you for joining us. And, let's get to it because we know that this is coming through from, for instance, senior staff of the technical universities and some more. Bring us up to speed with what's happening.
Well, Blessed, the technical University Senior Administrators of Ghana were the first to issue a statement to register their displeasure and dissatisfaction about the non-compliance of retirement rollover conditions. They are using Article 14B and Article 34 of the Conditions of Service to back their arguments. They are highlighting the failure of some technical university management to fully implement these conditions, particularly citing the Cape Coast Technical University. So in response to their dissatisfaction, they are threatening a nationwide strike starting from 8th of January. And if nothing is done about it, I understand ongoing negotiations with the Ghana Tertiary Education Council for some of these challenges to be resolved, because they said it's the GTEC that actually wrote that particular letter to the technical institutions not to implement this particular condition of service.
So what's the way forward, and what's this group actually threatening to do if nothing is done about their concerns?
Well, they are threatening to go on a nationwide strike starting from the 8th of January. That will be on Tuesday. But there is an intervention. There's a letter that I've actually secured from GTEC writing to the universities, technical universities that have been adamant in the implementation of the concerns that people are raising. And this letter was dated on the 4th of January and then signed by the Director General of GTEC, Professor Ahmed Jenapol. Let me just share some excerpts of that letter that I managed to secure this afternoon from our sources. So GTEC says that its attention has been drawn to the non-adherence of some technical universities to the policy of rollover senior members on the attainment of the compulsory retirement age of 60 years. While, according to the commission, while they do recognize that staff are not entitled to such packages for the purposes of non-disruption of the academic calendar, they say the policy must be adhered to. So it is instructive, according to the commission, to state that beneficiaries of this policy are not entitled to office holding positions, rather to be determined by management of these institutions. So it has given clearance, and it's saying that clearance must be sought from GTEC 4 months prior to the retirement of such individuals. So the commission is now hoping that this communique eases the seeming tension that has engulfed some of the technical university campuses due to this particular development. So in effect, the GTEC has stepped in and then directed that those universities that are not implementing this rollover policy under the conditions of service should do that immediately to ease the tension between they and then the Senior Staff Administrators Association.
How about a strike? Because we're hearing of that as well.
Yeah, the strike has not been cancelled yet. They said they are not reaching a compromise. There will not be any compromise at all until they get a clear indication that their concerns have been addressed. But we know that it is not only the technical university senior administrators alone that are in this. We know that the Senior Staff Association of the Universities of Ghana are also in this, and they have also signaled that on the 15th of this month, they'll be embarking on a nationwide strike. Their concerns are quite different from the technical university administrators. And they are urging government to promptly settle all the outstanding debt contributions, and also including the appropriate interest that has accrued from February to December 2023, using the stipulated 3% penalty rates per the Pensions Act. And they are making reference to Act 766, Section 64 of it. And they are asking an immediate attention to be given to the recalculation of the accrued interest on the Tier 2 pensions from 2010 to 2016. So these groups have already given a clear indication that if you don't adhere to our demands, on the 18th and the 15th of January, they'll be going or embarking on separate strike actions across the country, in which we know the implication it will have on the education sector.
Samin Bora there. It's a good time to be speaking to the president of the group, Joseph Mensah, who's joining us via phone. And that's the threat you're sending out, that you may have to strike if nothing is done about this. But clearly, let us understand, have you been able to, engage government on your concerns, or perhaps GTEC, just to find a way out now, knowing that time is running out?
Yes, good afternoon, and thanks for having me. The concerns raised by the Technical University Senior Administrator of the State of Ghana got to do with non-compliance with our management. So our impasse is not directly linked with government non-compliance or GTEC non-compliance with a particular position. There is a non-compliance on the part of our management, referring to the 4 technical universities. Now, back to the question. Since we delivered our intention to embark on a strike on Tuesday, some interventions have been made. The latest got to do with the letter that your colleague read, and the new one that might not be available to your end is a resolution memo submitted to us by the Vice Chancellors of Technical University. We had a meeting with them yesterday requesting that the 4 non-compliant technical universities abided by those provisions. And immediately after our meeting, Cape Coast has done that. And we are satisfied with the Cape Coast effort. The Vice Chancellors have also issued a statement and also complying with the agreement that was reached between ourselves and their end. And we are happy with the outcome of our meeting with the Vice Chancellor, except to say that portions of the statement issued by the GTEC tend to raise some lack of clarity whether or not the condition of service is being altered by the regulator. We find the portions that state that the staff of technical universities are not entitled to the rollover as an attempt to alter or vary or change our condition of service in a unilateral manner. The National Executive Committee is meeting just after the interview to consider that particular portion. We are not expecting that a resolution will also trigger another pandemonium because we find that particular phrase problematic, and having the propensity to also invite other unions to come in and then disrupt the academic calendar. So we will consider that particular phrase in the communique issued by the GTEC, and then we'll respond to that one. But let me also thank the intervention of the minister, same as that of the Vice Chancellor, and same as of the GTEC, just that we are not too enthused by that particular phrase in the communique.
Right. So what you mean to say is you have issues much more with the management?
Yes.
And not GTEC. You're not concerned that GTEC is intervening?
No, we are happy that GTEC is a regulator. It has the legal backing to intervene in matters of such nature. Just that the construction of the communique has a repercussion on the existing condition of service, because if you are not very careful, GTEC might have the power to alter every provision within our condition of service. And we find that one to be dangerous regarding the economic right of our members. So the National Executive Committee will consider that part of the communique in our next meeting. I am only thanking the Minister, GTEC boss, and then our Vice Chancellor for accepting our position and writing to that effect.
All right.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to put that.
Joseph Mensah is TUSAAG President, joining us now. 27-year-old Esther Donko traveled from the Ashanti region to Accra seeking greener pastures. Unable to find any job, she's left with no other option than to spend her nights at the mercy of the weather on the pavement at the Common Nkrumah interchange. To survive the unfriendly economic conditions, she's forced into a relationship with drivers, mates, resulting in unwanted pregnancy. Today, we shed light on the struggle of people like Esther Donko and others like her who remain resolute in the face of adversity, hoping for a better future.
In the heart of the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange in Accra are many homeless people resting on the pavements. The elevated road on the pillars has created a perfect shade for the homeless to rest. Among those who rest here is 27-year-old Esther Donko. She is pregnant but has never been to the hospital for prenatal care because she cannot afford it. Her dream is to get a free doctor's appointment to know how her fetus is faring.
I need help so that I can go to the hospital.
Esther relocated to Accra from Kumasi seeking greener pastures. She found out that the grass in a part of Accra was any greener. Her dream was to find a job as a chop bar assistant to count a living.
I came to Accra to find a job, but I have not gotten any since I came. I came to work as a chop bar assistant.
Her desperation to survive led her to rely on a driver's mate. The outcome is an unplanned pregnancy.
I sleep under the overhead bridge and stay with a driver's mate who feeds me. The same guy got me pregnant.
Esther says she's skilled in breeding and hopes to find a job that can help her make money to care for her unborn child. 20-year-old Faustina Nuno from South Point, the Central Region, also shares a similar story. She was hoping to find a job, but she couldn't find any. Her bedroom at night is on the cold pavement of the Kwame Nkrumah interchange.
I followed a friend to come here. I left home at SHS2 because I was being maltreated at home. I have been here for almost a year. I thought I would get help when I come here, but life is not easy out here.
She works as a head porter to scrape a living. Faustina says she regrets leaving home but cannot go back empty-handed.
I wish to go back and plead with my grandmother if I had money, because life here is difficult. When I was with my grandmother, she gave me everything I wanted.
Faustina is, however, hopeful of becoming a fashion designer one day.
I want to go to a fashion school. I admire fashion when I watch movies, so I want to learn it.
Michael, also from Takoradi, says surviving on the street is tough.
I come for hustling. I'm a hustler man. Like bala bala. Maybe some, like if somebody kids some place come here, they have the plenty or bag or sack, they take go with him. If you finish, they give money, 20 cedis, 10 cedis. A day, sometimes a day 50 cedis. Sometimes you don't get some, or 1 cedi you don't get. But I don't feel comfortable. I won't go home. Because my mama was sick in home. But I won't go look them in home. If you sick, if I go look them finish, I will come back.
Esther and Faustina are counting on kind hearts to support them in fulfilling their dreams this year. Their stories echo the common struggles of the homeless. Any kind gesture might stitch their despair and give them hope for the new year. Prince Kwame Kudoga's report for Joy News.